So hey everybody, and welcome back. I got another fun box. It is Erin. I'm gonna open this real fast. Now I am part of what's called the Designers Craft Connection, which is a group of designers that are all part of the Creativation or the AFCI, which used to be CHA organization. And we partner up with different companies to kind of showcase what they're doing. And this month we are partnering up with DecoFun, so that's kind of fun. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, so I'm going to show you the little handout that was in here. And this is the authentic DecoFun Bowmaker, the original British bowmaker. Learned in minutes, fun for a lifetime. It's a fun way to make some really pretty bows. How you have fun saving money, impress family, blah, blah, blah. So all this uses all different types of ribbon whisks, decorate bows for weddings, parties, Christmas, birthdays, and more. And I was given some ribbon to play with, and she asked me what colors. And truly, I kind of went with something that I thought would be fun for my daughter. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to make for her yet, but kind of wrapping up. So I got some really pretty ribbons here. These are just gorgeous. And then we got this bow maker, but I got to figure out how to make this thing work. So I got a couple of twisty ties, and my guess is to help maybe twist off the bows. It looks like these are interchangeable on here, which is kind of fun. And then these little loops look like they kind of go in here, but I think you can unloop them. Yeah, so these little pieces do come out. All right, so here is 3-step bows, and I'm sure there's more than one type of bow, but I'm just going to do this particular bow, which is on the instructions, to show you, and we're going to do it in this pink one because it's already kind of open. All right, step 1, place ribbon in hoops. Looks like that's what we're doing. Okay. Step 2, bring ribbon around rods. Now I'm just going to go ahead. Now they've got the rods in here, in the closest one. So that's where I'm going to do it. Round rod. They went around the rod. Well, that's just about the easiest thing. So I'm going to show you. So the rods, again, I'm still learning this. The rods are basically telling you how wide your bow is going to be. So when I do this, and I put this in here, and this is what the twisty tie is for. You could also use another ribbon. I'm just going to show you the twisty tie just to make life easy here. So I'm going to show you a couple different variations just based on what I've seen. And this is what you call a simple bow. Now, I think you could tie it off. This is why these come out. Just slide it off. No, no, you gotta have it out. You're kind of going in between them. All right, so here's what I would call the first simple bow. See, get that out of the way. And it's right there. So 1 loop and tails. Super simple, right? Now, let's say I'm gonna pop these back in. I'm gonna untie this. I'm gonna make this an even wider. Make sure these are all in there. Let's go to the widest width. And I think you want to kind of center where you stick this in, and then I'm going to go around and around. And I'm not cutting off my ribbon yet because I'm not sure what I want to do. So here's this. And I'm going to come in here and gather. And I'm just twisting it up right now. And I'm going to pop this open on both sides. Well, that's just going to come out. And then just whittle it off. And you can see how big of a bow this one makes. See how big the loops are now? So it all depends on where you put the pegs on how big the bow is. Now this is the next part that I want to investigate. Stick this back in here. And I'm going to go back to the smallest width so I don't use a ton of ribbon. I'm going to untie this, and I want to see, my guess is that the more loops you put in here, so here we go. I'm going to go wrap it around, and that would be the first loop, right? Well, what if I want to do a second loop? I'm going to wrap it around, wrap it around, and now I believe I've made a second loop. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it around. I do kind of have to wrap them around each other. And I think how you fold this around itself. So I've done this like 3 times now, right? They are getting a little bit squished, but I think that's just going to happen. So I'm going to pull this in. I'm going to tie this up. Get my little twisty tie in here again. And I think the twisty tie could also just be like a temporary until you found a better center. So it's just to hold it in place to get you going. And I can also pull on these strings to kind of help. Now I'm going to pop out my little pieces here and then slide this up, nothing over. And now I have a bow that's got 3 loops in it, which is kind of fun. So the more loops you go around, so look at that, the prettier and the bigger the bow is. And now it looks like you have more of like a bow like you'd use for your kids' hair ties or something, which I think is kind of fun. So it definitely has a lot of potential about what you can do. The width of your bow, how big your bow is, and there might even be some other designs. I just kind of am quickly playing with a little quickie, simple bow, but I have a feeling there's a whole lot more that we can do with this. So smallest, so what it's basically saying here is make sure the rod's in the same positions left to right. Otherwise your bow is going to be lopsided. So if you had your rod here and you had your rod here, you're going to have your loops be bigger on this side, but maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe there's a project where you want a lopsided bow versus an even bow. You can add as many loops as you want depending on your ribbon length, big or small, and obviously you can use them for all kinds of stuff. What I don't know is if you can create a different style of bow. That's what's unknown to me, but layering bows is pretty fun as well, so that's kind of cool. So thanks so much for the DecoFun Bowmaker. I'm going to have fun playing around and seeing all the different kinds of fun bows that I can create. And now I got to come up, so I'm trying to push this back in. They're really easy, actually quite easy to get in. And here's the cool part, and I'm just realizing this. This thing, pop all these out, because storage might be a little bit of a problem. These little hoopy things and this, I can just get like a rubber band and tie this all together like right here, and it becomes really kind of a small storage. I don't have to keep it all together to store it, which is pretty fun. So learn in minutes, fun for a lifetime. They are really, truly easy, and this is made in England, which I think is kind of fun. I don't see many products made in England anymore, which I love. So it's kind of like finding a product made here in America. So same concept. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this together because I'm going to try and decide what kind of bow I want to make for my next project. And look, see, super simple to put back together. Gorgeous little bows every time. Like I said, at this point, if I wanted to, I could go back in maybe some of the ribbon and you can cover it up. Get this little piece out of the way. So you could untwine, and then now you've got a bow where you're not seeing the twisty tie. Or you could get a pipe cleaner. I've seen that too. You could use a pipe cleaner for the center, so that's kind of fun. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the Brilliant Bowmaker. I think this is probably about the easiest bow I've ever had to make, and I also know that my loops are facing the right way. They're even, it's nice and tight. It's really easy, and I hope you guys check it out, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.